Good morning, Year 9. Today we are doing a lesson on scattergraphs, so please write the date and the heading. Obviously you're going to write your actual date and underline that for me. Make sure you have a margin down the centre of your page. And then on the y-axis I've got height. And we've got some points that are on our graph that have been drawn like this. Now, when we look for some correlation, we very often have a line of best fit. And that means that we've got a line that is sitting in between all of the points. Now, this first one that we're looking at has got a positive correlation. And correlation is spelt like this. Make sure you get your spellings correct, please. So the second one I'm going to show you is going to have a negative correlation. Points, just putting the points on in this direction, going from the top left down to the top right. I'm just going to place my ruler in between there, in between both sets of data. You can see on there. Oh, not like that. It's still a bit too long, isn't it? There we go. That's a bit better. And this one has got negative correlation. It's considerably easier for you to write it in an actual book than for me, but I'll give it a go. Okay, now the final one that we're going to do, we have a look. I am going to do shoe size and annual income. And we're looking all the time, you're looking to see, is there a relationship? That's what you should be keeping in mind. Annual income is how much money you earn per year. There we go. And as you would expect, we're going to have the points now are going to be all over the place. We're not going to have a tight line going in any direction. And here there is no correlation. And that's right, isn't it? We shouldn't have any relationship between someone's shoe size and how much money they earn per year. So there you go, 3 types of graph that we've got there, 3 types of correlation. To draw some data up for you. So we're going to look at the size and mass of 10 men. So let's pop that in first. Now for this one, here is our data. So we've got size in the first box, mass written underneath. We need to draw ourselves a chart, so do this with me. You're operating a real ruler, so I expect your lines to be far straighter than mine. Oh, especially when they look like that. Let's try that again. There we go. So let's all draw a chart up. Now when we finish this one, there will be a link to some questions for your teacher to give to you. So you will be, by the end of this question, skilled in plotting scatter graphs. And you've got, so it's the size and mass of 10 men, okay? And, the shoe size, I should add that on there. So it's shoe size as well. There we go. So shoe size and mass of 10 men. And when we have a look now, we can see there that with this first piece of data, this gent has got size. Oh, just rubbed out his data there. Let's put that back. There we go. He's got a shoe size of 5. And his weight there is 65. So let's have a look, and that's in kilograms. We need to draw an axis, okay? Now there is nobody, just take another look there at that data. There is nobody under 65. So to be generous, I am going to draw my axes like this. Get a pencil, and I am going to go, so if we go 100, 95, 90, 85, 80, 75, 70, 65, 60. That should do it, shouldn't it? There we go. I'll bring that up a bit now. I am going to show that we have got data that that our axis continues, but that we haven't got any data that's going to go there, because remember our lowest one was 65. So what I would like you to do now is to pause the video, and I would like you to make sure that you put a sensible scale running along both axes, and then compare it to mine. So 5 and 65 is there. Then we have got 12 and 97. So again, we need to come along the corridor, along the x-axis, remember. And it's 12 and 97, 95. So 97 is going to be there. I should have put mine down a little bit, shouldn't I? 7 and 68. So just keep plotting. 10 and 92. 9 and 78. Eight and 76, and 11 and 88. So now you should have all of those points plotted, and we need to draw a line of best fit and comment on the correlation, okay? So this is a 2-part question. You get 2 marks for this, because you'd need to have your accurate line of best fit. So you're going to position your ruler between all of your points. And you need to aim to get that so that you've got the same amount of points on each side. So how many have I got there? I've only got 2 there. So I need to shift my ruler up a little bit. Let's have a look now. I've gone too far. Look, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So I just need to tweak that again. So we've got 3 on each side, and the ruled line is going to go straight through the middle of one of the points. So just take the time to make sure that you get your ruler in the right place. Draw your line of best fit. Oh, just made it disappear. There we go. And then once you've drawn your line of best fit, we need to comment on the correlation. So we can say that this graph has a positive correlation. This is where the scatter graph really is a good tool, because we can come along now to here to size 10.5, and we can draw ourselves a line which will help us to identify the mass of a man who has a shoe size of 10.5. Now there I'm on the 10, there I'm on the 11, so halfway. Now I'm really hoping, keeping my fingers crossed, that I have got my pretend ruler halfway, because if I haven't, we're in the wrong tool. There we go. So we're going to draw that straight line. Mine's a little bit over. I'm expecting yours to be better. I'm not using a real ruler. I'll give it another go. Let's try again. So forgive me if mine is not spot on. That's a little better, isn't it? Now, once we have done that, tip your ruler around, turn that around. We are going to cut through the y-axis now, and that will help us. There we go. We can see now the mass appear. Now, yours is probably far more accurately drawn than mine, because I'm drawing this on an iPad with a virtual ruler, those sorts of things. So if I was actually drawing this on real paper, I would expect that to come out at 87 kilograms. I will allow you 1 mark either way. Okay, so, sorry, 1 value either way. So 86 will allow 87, 88 anymore, and I think you've probably got your line of best fit in slightly the wrong place. That's the thing to bear in mind. That is why it's so important when you've plotted your points to draw your line of best fit as accurately as you can. Okay, if you've got an accurate line of best fit, then you can use your scatter graph to predict other figures quite accurately. You can't do that if your line of best fit is in the wrong place. Now, the second thing that we're going to do is we are going to find the shoe size of a man with 69 and with a mass of 69 kilograms, okay? So he's 69 kilograms. That's what we're looking at. Now, let's have a look at our data again. Draw across, okay. So, $69, and then I'm going to draw down, straight down to my x-axis, and let's have a look. Bang on, size 6.